All right, here we are recording. I am so excited to welcome you all to our Sales to Success. And we have so many awesome speakers and directors planned for you. And we're just excited to have you all here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just going to take care of the elephant in the room really fast, okay? The news today is driving me crazy, but I just have to say something because I know it's on all of our minds. I will just say that in the executive group that we have, the question's been asked, okay, what is Pampered Chef doing all about all of this? And the response came back, we are meeting about it. We're trying to decide how to best approach this so that our consultants can get the best out of it, more to come. So I know that they're working on it, even though they haven't said anything. And I just wanted to pass that on to you, that I know they will do whatever's best for us. We've been through difficult things before, and they'll figure something out to make it good with us. So as soon as I hear anything, I will let you know. And I know that they also posted basically the same thing in the directors group. So just to get that out of the way, the thought that I have is people are going to be staying home more, cooking at home more, not going out to eat more, and shopping online more. Woo! So that puts us in a really good place. So let's just try to think about it that way, because I think we have a lot to offer people as far as, you know, a lot of people aren't used to eating at home every night, and they might be. So we have a lot to offer them. Simple recipes, inexpensive recipes, all of those things that we can offer. So that's all I have to say about that. Now I'm just going to try to let my mind forget it all. All right. So first of all, we are just so excited to have you here. I just want to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Pauline Livermore, and I've been with the Pampered Chef for 26 years. It's so hard to believe. It's been such a fun ride. And so for 23 of those years, I've been an executive director. And I just can't even think of another company or business or job that would have been so flexible and so fun for so many years. I had 3 children when I started. I have 6 children now. I have in-laws now. 4 of my children are married. I have 8 grandchildren. So any place you are in life, I'm here to tell you, this business can go alongside any part of your life, wherever you are, because I've been in like most all of them. I'll be an empty nester probably come this fall. My baby's a senior. So Pampered Chef is just really the most amazing job to go alongside wherever you are. You have made a great choice to build your business more, to be in this group where you can learn tools to help grow your business even faster. So really, really great choice to be here. Our home office, as I kind of alluded to before, they work so hard for us. They give us the best tools. They give us the best products. They give us the best training, and they are here. And not only that, but on our team, we have superhero directors. They are so fantastic, and you will hear from a lot of those in this program. So you've made a really good choice to be in this program, to commit to Thursday nights to be with us for 45 minutes, an hour maybe at the very most, but you have made a great choice to make that commitment to your business, because it will pay off. Let's see. Let's talk about for a minute. I gotta find my place in my notes, make sure I cover everything here. The benefits of being a director. We're going to put a post in the group and have all of our directors say why they love being a director. But let me just throw some of them out there. First of all, you get a great paycheck. You get overrides. You get activity bonuses on people who are active on your team. The very first paycheck that I got that was over $1,000 was the first month that I was a director. And I haven't looked back since. I mean, it seems to be once you become a director, you can just really make that leap where you get, it seems like a little bit when you say you're making 1% or 3% or 4% based on those different things, but those add up. They add up a lot. And so as you build your team, it's a really great way to build your income with Pampered Chef. New products, you know, I started because I wanted a kitchen full of the products and I just could not afford them. And so the fact that I get new products for free, that's still one of my favorite perks. I love it when we come out with new products and I'm able to get them for free. There's also more points when you're paid at your level for directors, or for any level, but for trips. So that's a great perk of being a director. And anyway, there's lots of perks, and you'll see even more of them. Of course, the friends, the connections you have with people are amazing. And so as you read through those posts that our directors are going to post in, think about which of those perks you're excited about as you work towards becoming a director. All right, so those are some of the benefits that we love about being a director. And now I just want to say quickly what the requirements are for becoming a director. They're really simple. So the first one is that you have 5 active recruits on your team. These can be direct recruits, which is people that you have recruited, or they can be indirect recruits. So they might be people that the people you have recruited have recruited. I'm sure there's a better way to say that, but you know what I mean. So either a direct or an indirect recruit. You need to have 5 of those active in the month that you promote to director. Active meaning they have sold $150 or more in that month. You need to have team sales of $5,000 in the given month that you promote, and thereafter to be qualified as a director. And then your personal sales need to be at least $750. Now, as a new director, you need to plan on doing a lot more than $750. I say at least $2,500, so that you're kind of carrying half of that yourself, because as you have new team members coming on, their sales are not going to be as strong. And so I always just tell new directors, plan on that $2,500 very minimum for you to be selling so that your team can reach that $5,000. Can I just say that today in the executive loop, there was a new director that they recognized. A new executive director that they recognized today. She's been with the company for 9 months. It's pretty incredible. And then the other thing is she has an executive director in month 1 under her. So they kind of started 1 month apart. Well, actually, I didn't say how far apart, but she's got someone. So I just think that's the biggest thing that I've seen change in the last 2 years, is how quickly people are promoting, how quickly they're growing their teams. Jen's a great example of that. I mean, she's grown her team so quickly when she really put her mind to it. So if you're a new consultant, or if you're a seasoned consultant who's just decided, you know what, it's my turn, I'm going to do this now, it really doesn't take very long to make this happen. And so once again, we are so glad you're here. Hopefully you know what it takes, kind of the benefits, and you'll make that choice to really move forward and promote to director. And even if you don't promote, you'll really build your business stronger so that it will be coming in your near future. So so happy you're here. Okay, Jen, I'm going to let you kind of take it from here as far as explaining a little bit more about the program.
Well, in case you don't know me, my name is Jennifer Lewandowski, and this summer I will be in the business for 7 years. And it's actually 4 years ago this month that I started being a virtual consultant. And so literally 4 years ago right now, I had nobody on my team. And honestly, this month I've lost track, believe it or not, because we've welcomed somebody, at least one person to the team every single day this month. It's been such a good month. We are well over 180 in the organization now, and that's happened in the last 4 years. So it really is just whatever you can imagine it to be. It is with extreme pleasure that I'm going to introduce you to Karen Stouffer. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Karen. Correct me. She started, speaking of fast growth, she started on August 31st of this past year, and she has since sold $23,000 in career sales. She has welcomed 5 team members, and as of March 1st, she promoted to director. Her show average is $603. Now get this, you guys, she does all of this while working as a full-time HR manager. She is married with young adult kids, 2 grandbabies, and she's just flat out amazing. Karen, can you please unmute and share with everybody your incredible secrets to success?
I will try. Thank you, Jennifer. So it's Stauffer, actually, close. So, um, I had got connected with Kim Bowie, my director, a few years ago when I needed a new 9x13 beaker because I broke mine and I loved it. So I might have cried a little bit. So I called her, got connected with her, and I think I just did a catalog party with her, and then a couple of years later I did a cooking party. And I'm sure Kim offered the business opportunity to me several times, and it just wasn't the right time for me. But I loved Pampered Chef, and so last summer I kind of mentioned to her, I was like, what I think I might want to sign up to be a consultant. And so we kind of started talking about it. And so long story short, I did that August 31st. And the first Sale to Success that I joined was literally like 2 weeks later. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I needed to do. I don't even think I had my kit yet. But I mentioned to Kim that I was interested in learning what I could learn. And so I joined that. And, I just really wanted a little bit more knowledge, and I didn't know how to reach out to people or really even what level I wanted to do my business, because I do have a full-time job. But I love Pampered Chef, and I wanted to give it a try and just see what happened. And 6 months later, I became a director. But really, I think it's because of this group and the sharing of information and specific tips and things that we can all do at whatever level we want to do our business at in this group is amazing. And it's from directors and executive directors and all of you amazing people who you might not even have anything to gain from helping me, because I'm not in your upline or your downline or whatever, but it's amazing. And so if you're in this group, do what you can, follow along, do the things. It helped me to think bigger. I thought I joined and I thought, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll sell a few things, and I don't know if I'll recruit anybody. And, so it just helped me to think bigger. It helped me to realize that there's so much more to this business than I even knew. And so, it helped me to celebrate successes and be okay with a few failures, because it's part of business, and not get discouraged by those. So, the first 6 weeks, I did the contacts, and it was hard to reach out to that number of people, but I did that, and I hit all of the spring free-for-alls because of that. And the second 6 weeks, I did them again, and I used the tips that I learned, and I did the inventory post, and I'm still doing the parties from that inventory post. And it's just, there are so many whys to this business and so many ways to do it the way it works for you. If you just do the things that you learn in this group, you will be able to do whatever you want with this business. So that's what it did for me. And, as Jen said, I have had really consistent sales, and I had 5 people join my team that I didn't even know that I was going to be a recruiter. But if you just stay consistent and be authentic and sincere, then this business works. And people love Pampered Chef, and so do I. So that's my story.
That is amazing. And, I know there is at least one brand new consultant on this call. And so hopefully, you're you are such an inspiration. And the fact that you jumped into this program to begin with 2 weeks after joining, I think really proves to anybody just starting exactly what this program can do. And I mean, there's not a whole lot of guaranteed in life, but I guarantee if you guys work this program, it does work. And so if you take our advice, I promise it'll work for you. So what do you have to do? Okay, so I get the fun part of the rules. So during this program, I really want to thank you and congratulate you again, because just by being here, you're already taking that first step towards leadership and being a leader. And so for that, I really applaud you. Your energy and your enthusiasm is going to go a long way, not only with your customers and your hosts, but also your future team members, okay? And the more you radiate it, the more people are going to be drawn to you. And so just energy is really, really contagious. Effective leaders never stop reading. And so one of the things that I'd like you to do is find a book on leadership that speaks to you and spend 10 to 15 minutes daily reading and fill your cup. Because in the next 6 weeks, you're going to be giving so much of yourself and giving away to your hosts, your guests, and your future team members that you need to have your own bucket filled as well, okay? And I will, after this call, there's going to be a post with a bunch of book suggestions in the Sale to Success group. And so I'd really love you to find either one of those books or one, you know, that speaks to you, and spend at least 10 to 15 minutes daily filling your own cup, okay? So the requirements for this program to ensure success are, we want you to submit a minimum of 4 parties every month. Now, guys, we don't play to minimums in this group, right? If you are going to be successful, instead of 4 parties a month, I really want you to think more about 4 parties a week, because every 4 we add 1 more. And you know that with 4 parties, we're going to welcome an average of 1 new team member to our team. All right. And if you can do every 4, add 1 more, guess what's going to happen in the end of 6 weeks? Okay. But the minimum requirement, even though we don't work to minimums, is 4 submitted parties per month. All right. With recruiting, there's not a specific recruiting requirement, only that you promise to actively work on your recruiting and you are intentional about talking with people and trying to add team members, okay? And we will give you hints and tips and tricks along the way to try to make that a successful endeavor. All right, contacts. You guys, contacts is where it's at. And the requirement for this is 25 two-way contacts per week. All right, so that averages to about 5 a day. And again, it's a two-way contact. So what is a two-way contact? It means that the person that you are messaging actually responds, all right, either verbally in a phone call or text or messaging. And so that way there's a two-way dialogue going on. Just them reading the message, that doesn't count. Okay, so we've got to make sure that you're making that two-way connection. And please make sure, whether it's just in an old spiral or if you've got an electronic document, that you are writing down every single one of your contacts. Not only because you're going to have to turn that into your director, but also because this is a great way to follow up with people, all right? Because we're going to teach you the way to follow up with those folks, especially the ones who read the message but don't respond, okay? And so follow up is always so important. You also, by writing it down, you're going to start discovering how many contacts it takes to actually secure a booking. And it will start, you're going to start to see a ratio emerge in all of that. And so writing it down is really key to that. So I can't wait to find out what your ratio is. Another requirement of the program, you're doing it tonight by being on this call. Every Thursday for the next 6 weeks, we're going to have these training calls. They will be recorded, and you can already check this week's homework off your list for this call. But we're going to extend. If you were in the last program, you know that we asked you to watch this call within 24 hours. You asked for 48, we listened, and so now the new deadline, if you will, to listen to this call will be by midnight Saturday night. I know a lot of you guys work during the day on Friday, and it's really hard to get the replay done if you can't catch us live. So you will have until midnight Saturday night to listen to the call. My only piece of advice there is the longer you wait to listen to the call, the less time you have to do the homework. So, and take our wonderful advice into practice. So make sure you listen to it as soon as possible. But we would hate for you guys to miss out on an opportunity just because you had to work that day. And I suppose you have another job until Pampered Chef becomes your full-time gig. All right. And you will have a hashtag that you're going to have to report to your director to let them know what that you listened to it. And you're going to be given that hashtag during the process of the call. So just make sure you're listening for that. And then every week you're going to have homework. And we try to make the homework very productive, for lack of a better word, just trying to make sure that it really applies to your business. And you do have 1 full week to complete it. And so it is due to your director. Sometimes it's to the director. Sometimes it's in a post in the Sale to Success group. And so like tonight after the call, you're going to see a picture that says homework. And my instructions in the post are going to say, share your homework in this post. And then that way it helps your director track your homework and be able to record it for you. So speaking of your homework, this week, all of you are going to be asked to make a vision board. And Pauline's going to speak to that a little bit. And if you were in the Sale to Success group just this past couple of months, you're going to revisit your vision board because things might have shifted a little bit, you know, after you've gone through that first program. So Pauline, if you'd like to talk about that a little bit.
Yes, so super important to have it in front of you. It's so easy to do that now. Make it your screen saver on your phone. Take a picture of it and make it your screensaver so it's in front of you all the time. And for those of you who do positive reinforcement statements, talk about it every morning. Make comments like, I am a director with 5 on my team. Say it as if it's already happened in the present tense. And it'll be amazing how that just makes your mind think of it. But 3 things on the vision board. So you can do this digitally. You can do it with paper and glue and scissors, however you want, all right? But 3 things we want to have on that. One is something you want from your business financially. This can be pictures of trips you want to go on, the washer and dryer you want to buy, new furniture, the private school you want to send your kids to, debt-free, car payment, the picture of the car. It can be any of those physical things that an income from Pampered Chef will help you get. So I recommend a handful of those so you have some goals for things. It's so much easier to pick up the phone. Or you guys don't pick up the phone, but I do. It's so much easier to pick up your phone and send a message. If you have those goals in front of you, if you say, okay, I really want new furniture, I'm going to make these, send these messages because I want to make money because I want this new furniture. It brings it all into perspective and it makes it easier just to do those things. Okay, the second thing is I would love to see some words on yours. Now, these might not be pictures of things, but pictures of words that would describe what you want from your business in more of a way of life point of view. Maybe flexibility, time with family, be my own boss, success, things like that, that words that really inspire what you want in your business. And then third, and this one's really important for this group, what you want your team to look like. So this would be what you want your personal sales to be each month, how many team members you want to earn each month, or excuse me, how many team members you want to recruit each month, maybe what you want your team to look like at the end of this 6 weeks to success, a date that you want to promote to director, maybe a date that you want to promote to advanced director if you have somebody on your team that is doing this with you. You know, when do you want to promote? So those are the kinds of things that are very business related that we also want to see on your vision board. And I just have to pull this out because I made this 25 years ago, I made it really right after I started. We wanted to pay off the house. Ski vacations has been a big thing for us. I wanted a new bedroom set and I wanted new dining room chairs. And this all happened. I mean, it all happened within just a few years. And so it's amazing. I have to just tell you, for those of you who are on this, you probably heard this, but a friend of mine, Fran, when we did this, she came late and she cut out this picture of this bed frame that she wanted a new bed, and she just put it up on her fridge. She didn't really make a board or anything. She just put it up on her fridge. She started being pretty successful with the business. They went out and bought a bed, and she comes home and she's like, oh my gosh, I bought the exact bed that I've been looking at. And so it just subconsciously, it's really important to have those goals, to have those pictures. So we're going to have a post on the feed, and when you get your vision board done, like I say, whether it's digitally or with paper and glue and scissors, take a picture, post a picture. We want to see what your vision is for you personally, for your family, the words that you want, how you want to have this business enrich your life, and then of course your team goals. How many lives do you want to enrich? How much do you want to make? What level? When do you want to promote to director? Things like that are your goals. Did I get everything, Jen?
You did. I was just slow to unmute, so sorry about that. And you know what, she stood out that kind of gave me the tingles and everything that she was just talking about as far as what to put on your vision board that really resonated was, when do you want to achieve these things? Because you can say, I'll try for years. You know, but it's when you put your mind to it and say, I'm going to do by a certain date. Okay. I've got goals that I'm working on, and I have very verbally put it out there. I am trying to promote to executive director no later than June 1st. And it shakes me in my shoes to say that, but I've put a date to it, and because I did, and actually I pushed up my deadline, I'm trying to make it by May 1st, which means this month, March, is trying to be our month 1 qualification. You guys, the way that I am approaching my business this month is completely different than the way I approached it last month. There has been this shift that has happened, and I am doing so many more things intentionally, aggressively, passionately that I haven't been doing leading up to this. I'm kind of kicking myself for not starting earlier, but it's what happens when you put a date to it. All right. And so I really would love for you to envision that date, because it's going to change the way that you approach your goals. All right. So moving on with some of the requirements, and we're already wonderfully celebrating this next one in the team or in the Sail to Success group already. Hashtags. When you guys are doing something amazing in your business, oh my gosh, we want to hear about it. And all of the different hashtags are in the team, or I keep saying team, they're in the group banner. And so if you have, you've gone out of your comfort zone, you hashtag did it scared, or if you're talking to somebody about the business, you are hashtag sharing the love, okay? So all of those hashtags are up in that banner. Take a look at it, and please, by all means, you are not bugging anybody by posting that. We want to celebrate you, and we want to hear about what you're doing, okay? And if you're having trouble coming up with words in whatever category, post a screenshot with what you're sharing, so that you know you've got how many directors in this group helping. I think there's 9 of us.
So too, yeah.
That's a lot of experience that we can help you with whatever it is that you're working on. So trust me, we will descend and we will help you. Okay, so those are all of the requirements, and nothing quite gets you working towards your goals without having a little bit of accountability. And so throughout the program, you are going to be given 3 passes. So if you don't do one of the requirements that I just mentioned, you're going to be asked to use a pass. And once you have used all 3 passes, and then you have to take 1 more, you will be asked to step back from the program, and you can try again when we do our next round in June, okay? So for example, if you don't listen to the call within 48 hours and report it to your director, that would be considered using a pass. Let's say you didn't do your homework, your contacts for 1 week, that would be another pass. And so we want to make sure that those easy things like doing the homework, doing your contacts, listening to the calls, you take care of all of those things, because we don't want you to lose a pass on those things. Hold on just 1 second. My dogs know when I'm on a call, they want to talk to everybody. Sorry about that. I've got good news though for you, because you have the ability to earn passes back. And so you're starting with 3. Anytime you welcome a new team member, you're going to gain a pass. So I'm so excited that Janice is starting this program with 4 passes because she recruited today. So how exciting is that? So when you add a team member, you're going to earn a pass. And with any $1,000 party or more, that will also earn you a pass. I had several consultants in the last program that actually graduated with 6 passes because they had such an amazing 6 weeks. And that's what this program will do for you, right? So are there any questions about just the requirements before I move on to the next part? Go lay down. All right. So before we close this portion of the call, I just want to remind you, everybody is on a different path, okay? Some people are primed and ready to promote any minute. Some people are starting from square one, and comparison is the thief of joy, you guys. And so I need you to remember to stay in your lane, work your business, know that you are going to end farther ahead than when you started, okay? And so just keep focusing on your business. So at the, for those of you who joined live, you are going to message your director with the hashtag live, because you joined us live and you're gonna get credit for this call. So you're welcome to do that right now. If you're going to be watching the recorded call, if you're listening to the recording, you're going to hashtag replay to your director. So hashtag live for those of you beautiful faces right here, hashtag replay if you're listening to the recording. Your homework is the vision board. That post will be going up into the group any minute now. 25 two-way contacts. Remember to keep a log of those, either digital or paper version of all of your contacts, okay? So vision board and contacts and the call. Those are your 3 action items for the week. Pauline, did you want to insert a little motivation here, or are we going to save it for the very end?
We can save it for the end. But I did
Okay.
want to say that if you know that you need to up your bookings, you're also going to get invited to a booking blitz coming up next week. You'll probably get that invitation tomorrow or over the weekend with great ideas. If you just feel like you need to fill in your calendar more, we're going to have more ideas for that on the booking blitz. So, and plus our next call will be about bookings too. So just so you know.
That is perfect. So for the next 15 minutes, and because I know we're right at about the time, we're trying to keep your training calls right at around between 30 and 45 minutes for this next portion of Sale to Success. But for the next 15 minutes, I'm going to share some very strategic advice specifically geared for those consultants who are intent on promoting to director this month. Like right now, you are working your business so that on April 1st, you can be called a director. Everyone is welcome to stick around and listen, okay? You do not have to go anywhere, but if you do have to go, we certainly understand. But if you can stick around, you're just gonna learn more. So that's always good too, right? Okay. So I know there are lots of people on this call that are intently working on directorship this month. And to you, I say, bravo, I'm so proud of you. If you are willing to go all in for the next 3 weeks, we can do anything in 3 weeks, right? All in for the next 3 weeks, I have no doubt that you will make it happen, okay? And so I want to share with you some tips on how to plan out the next 3 weeks of your month. And we're going to divide it into like 3 different thirds, if you will. This weekend is all going to be only about your personal schedule, and you need to increase your personal bookings by at least 6 or 8 more parties. for March. While you're working on this, you're going to want to send a minimum of 5 messages today and per day. And remember, we don't speak to minimums, right? We don't work for minimums. And you can send screenshots to your director so that we can help you with different words to say to these people. You're going to reach out to everyone you can think of, and then you're going to reach out to their people. All right. If you get a no from someone who might not be interested in hosting, do not end that conversation without asking them for a referral. Okay. It is okay if somebody gives you a no, but if you can just ask them, I understand, no problem. Is there anybody else you know that might want some free items for their kitchen? And then maybe they'll even say, oh, well, maybe I do. So you never know. Ask for that referral. I give gifts. I tell the person, if I end up with a qualified party, thanks to your referral, I will send you a gift. I don't know, whatever, you fill in the blank. But absolutely, if I'm going to walk away from that contact with a qualified party, I'm going to thank the person by sending them something. And it could be something as little as a season's best in the mail. I have a stash of the flexible cutting mats. And so I just slip one of those into an envelope and I send that to them and they get a cutting mat in the mail. And it just costs nothing for postage. Okay, so this weekend, it's all about booking. All right, you're going to talk to everybody you can think of. The week of March 16th through the 22nd, all right, that starts Monday. It is all going to be about signing the remainder of the 5 recruits that you need to make that directorship requirement. Okay, again, if you work intentionally, you can make this happen. For example, what is today, the 12th? I signed my number 5 last night. I have re-promoted myself this month, and right now I'm working on getting them active. So I know in that week between the 16th and the 22nd, you can finish getting the 5 people that you need to meet those director requirements. And to do that, you're going to have to send out a minimum of 10 messages per day talking about the opportunity. All right, be very, very intentional. And then the final 10 days of the month between March 23rd and the 31st, that's when you're going to focus on getting everybody active and everybody's parties submitted. This is where block parties are your best friends. All right, you can get your new consultants to reach out to 4 or 5 of their friends, put them in a block party, and then just work that block party in order to get everybody active. The new consultant can be one of those block parties, as long as it's not the same social circle as one of their friends. All right, that's my opinion on that. I'd love to hear from Kelly or Kim or Pauline on that as well. So does everybody understand about the 3 divisions of the time left in the month? Okay, so some of the words that you can use to go to find bookings, and by the way, I am posting these in the group, so you don't have to scribble madly. They'll be in the group for you. You can reach out to anybody and say, hey, Susie, I am so excited that this month is 60% off any item in the new catalog. I'm looking for one more friend who wants to host a Pampered Chef party. I have March 18th, I threw a date in there, open to start. What do you say? Let's stock your kitchen for free. Okay. Now, whenever you're booking and you're coaching your new consultants about booking parties, make sure that you are not closing parties on the last day of the month. See if you can get it to at least close on the 30th, because inevitably there's going to be a credit card that does not clear. And you do not want to be up at 9:30 on the 31st p.m. trying to get that credit card to, I mean, you want to talk about panic. Oh my heavens. So whenever possible, try to close the day before the last day of the month. Okay. So some recruiting words that you can send. Again, hi, Susie. I am so excited, and I wanted to share that Pampered Chef just announced that you can start a business for as little as $19.80. Have you ever thought about being a consultant? You know, sometimes we can make these recruiting reach outs to be paragraphs and paragraphs long, and we can just verbally vomit all over these people. Sometimes short and sweet and just softly asking, you ever thought about being a consultant, is the way to go. Or, you know, if you've got some people that you've already talked to and they're like, well, not right now. I love Pauline's line of reaching out to them saying, I don't know if this is the right time for you yet, but Pampered Chef has this great kit for $19.80. Could this be the right time for you? All right. And so I know without a doubt, you guys, if you intentionally put 100% into this, it's just 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks. That's nothing. All right. 3 weeks is such a short amount of time. The reward that you will get when we get to call you director on April 1st, I get all teared up just thinking about it. Okay. Because that feeling of accomplishment, Kelly, Kim, Pauline, back me up. Stephanie, you guys know what a feeling it's going to be. So I'd love to hear from the other directors at this time if you have any advice for these folks in the next 3 weeks.
So Jen, so something fun we've been doing on my team is we started a little kind of like the Exec Found group had a chat with people who are going for month 1. We started a group chat in Messenger with our director team that is going for directorship this month, either director or advanced. And a couple things we've had them do the last day, which has been really fun, is they were supposed to post their goal, I hit my director promotion in March, using those words like it's already happened. And they were supposed to post it 5 different places around their house. And one of the, I can't remember who thought of this. It might've been Kendra Germanson, but she made a screensaver on her phone. And so every time she looks on her phone, she sees that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. I would have never thought to post it, you know, like as a screensaver, but it's such a great idea. And so that was one of her 5 places. And I loved that idea. So that's maybe a tip I would suggest for everybody that's going for it this month is you want to read that and tell your brain that every, you know what I mean? Like everywhere you go. So like if it's on your computer screen, on your bathroom mirror, on your phone, every time you're reading that, I hit my director promotion in March. I hit my director promotion in March. I hit my director promotion in March. It tells your brain that, and it's going to happen. I'm just telling you, like that, those good thoughts and those, you know, that positive thinking makes a big difference. And so that was one of the things I challenged my, my guys going, my, you know, team members that are going for it this month to do this in the last day or 2. And that's such a great idea.
I love it. And you know what? There's something so powerful. Have you guys said, I am a director out loud? You're all muted. Say it. I'm a director. I can see your mouth. Say it. I am a director. Doesn't that feel amazing? And it maybe even a little bit scary. All right. But the more you say it, I know it does, Kim, but you are a director. You're going to be a director. All right. And so having those, I love it, having those sticky notes everywhere, your dashboard, your screensaver. Kelly, that's a genius idea. I love it. I love it. That's all I have for tonight. So we can hear from other directors. We can open up to Q&A if any of you have questions, or if you want to share a victory that you've had in the last couple of weeks, because it's been an amazing March so far. The floor is yours.
Hey, I just wanted to get on real quick and brag a little bit. Audrey Bernard on the team. So we've had lots of team members that are signing 1, 2 people already in the first week. I'm sure most of you guys have had people on your teams doing the same thing. But Audrey Bernard, even though we had the goal this last week to share it with 5 messages a day, and this week we're moving it up to, you know, this next week is 10 messages a day. She has been messaging like 40 people a day about the business. And I'm just telling you guys, she has her 4th and her 5th one signing in the next like day or 2. And so I'm just saying, we always talk like this is the minimum, you know, like Jen talked about the 5 messages a day and the, you know, the 10 messages next week. If you guys want to make this happen faster, up your messages. That's all you have to do is do 25, 30, 35, 40 a day. And I know that sounds like a lot, but the little bit of work, or the little bit of extra work, I should say, because we always work on our businesses, right? the little bit of extra work that you put in the next 3 weeks, the payoff is huge. And Jen, I'm sorry, I hopped on like 30 minutes later. Did you guys talk about all the benefits they get from promoting this month? Okay, good. All right, then I won't repeat it again. But you guys, the payoff will be there. It'll be there for the extra work that you put in this month. So if you want to make it happen faster, just send out more messages, and your recruits, your 5 recruits, can be all signed by the end of next week. Just send out enough messages. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Amen, sister. Okay.
How do I top that? Because contacts are where it's at. You just have to talk to everyone. And I mean everyone. Reach out to, if you go out to dinner and you had an amazing server, tell them, you know, how amazing they were and how that you think that they would be, you know, I'm losing my words. I'm so inspired. I can't even talk. Just talk
Hey,
to
Jen.
everyone. Please go. I can't talk anymore.
Can you hear me? Because I'm driving.
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to speak a little bit to like what Kelly was saying, the power of positive thinking. Forgive me as I look both ways here. You know, it's huge. We are our biggest cheerleader, but we are also our biggest roadblock. And so I really just urge everybody to get out of your own head. Don't think about what's going to happen 6 weeks from now. Don't think about anything down the road. Just think about today, think about tomorrow, and get through that, because I fast track promoted and it literally scared the crap out of me because I didn't know anything, truly. I had no idea what I was doing. And then I had to train people, and we have such a support team here that you're never going to be alone. It doesn't matter if you're on my team, if you're on Jen's team, if you're on Kelly's team. I was talking to somebody who was on a different team today. We happened to just connect on Facebook, and, you know, an hour into our conversation, I finally said, hey, who's your director? But we're all there for one another, and we're just a big giant family there to support and help each other. So get out of your own head, talk to everybody, don't decide for anybody. If they say no, celebrate it because you're one closer to the yes, and keep going, because it is truly the best feeling in the world when you get that promotion. I can't even put it into words, and I'm usually really good with words, but I can't because it's amazing. I mean, to not only have a sense of ownership in yourself and in your business and pride, and to be able to train and help develop other people and change their lives, because it truly is life-changing for you and for the other people on your team. So do it. You have nothing to lose, nothing.
How do you know whether to, like, I'm trying to get people so I can get parties booked because I'm new. So how do I know which people to ask for recruiting? Like maybe just on certain people that I think would be good for that or might be interested, or how do I know which way to go?
Everybody.
Yeah,
because you don't know.
I can't ask them both like to host and then at the same time, really?
Sure you can. So what you do is you want to book your calendar, right? Do you guys mind if I field that one? Sorry.
No, go ahead, Steph. Go ahead. If we need
Okay.
to add anything, we will, but take it away.
Perfect. So you're going to fill your calendar. Your first and foremost, your business is the most important thing, because even recruiting, yes, that's huge and we want to promote, but you always want to have your own full calendar and you always want to continue building your own business. So what I personally do is I will get them on my calendar, and then I always say I'm going to ask my hosts a minimum of 3 times about the recruiting opportunity. So before we're going to create that party, I'll reach out to them and say, hey, I'm so excited to party with you. We've got it all set up. You know, and like Kelly always says, this might be the furthest thing from your mind, but have you ever thought about doing this? Have you ever thought about being a consultant? It would be really easy for me to flip this over and make this your launch party. Now, does it hurt me just a touch because I don't get the commission for like a half a second? But then my heart explodes because I'm like, hey, you know what? This is a great opportunity for them, and I can make this theirs. If they say no, that's fine. We love hosts. We need hosts. We want hosts. So you're going to still party with them. Halfway through, you're going to ask them again. And at the end, you're going to ask them again. And it's not repetitive like you're beating it into them and you're bothering them. We're going to teach you how to ask those questions in such a subtle way that they just, number one, they expect it because you've already set that expectation. But 2, they're like, oh, you know what? This is a great idea. Oh, I didn't really realize how easy it is or how little the consultant has to do. I thought it was going to be so much more work. Yeah, I need to do this, and we're going to turn that perception around for them, or maybe we're not. But you can ask everybody to host and to be a consultant, because what's the worst that they're going to say? No? Okay,
Right.
that's okay.
Okay.
By the
You-
way,
That was
That's good.
brilliant advice, Stephanie. Thank you.
Because
Yeah,
I
they
can
are.
see where they would think after seeing it in their own party that it's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey,
Let me tell
real
you,
quick,
Jen
I
tried
know.
to.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Steph. Sorry, finish up.
I was gonna say Jen tried to recruit me a year before I signed, and I said no, and I hosted, and then I hosted again a year later, and I was like, wait a minute, she's really not doing, no offense, not doing that much, I mean, really not that much. I could do this. Why did I just waste a year? But everything happens at the right time and the right reason. So if it's a no, it might be a no, not now, instead of a no, not ever also.
Just so
love
you
that.
guys know, Stephanie recruited 9 people last October and fast tracked.
That's awesome. Hey, I know Audrey wanted to speak up for a second. Audrey, do you want to take yourself off mute and share what you wanted to?
She's still muted.
Okay, there we go.
I unmuted her.
Still muted.
You're good.
Sorry, I look awful, you guys. I'm sick again. And I don't
You
have
do not.
so.
We would never have even known.
But I believe I heard this in the Sail to Success in the last group, and I must tell myself this a million times a day now, and not just with the business, but in my life in general, as a mom, a wife, a person. I constantly tell myself, if someone says no to me, it has nothing to do with me. That is about them. And that is what helps me send out 40-something messages a day about joining the business. And also what was just said, and Kelly has taught me, look, offer someone either to do a party, if not offer the business, vice versa. But I was so hesitant to ask people because I was so afraid to bother people or people were going to say no. But in all honesty, it has nothing to do with you asking someone. It's about them if they say no. And I just wanted to repeat that in case nobody heard that, is that if they say no, it doesn't have anything to do with me. That's about them. And that's been a big thing for me.
Great advice. That's great.
And then the other thing, Kelly, was
Yeah.
you asking me or suggesting adding people from friends who know friends. That's
yeah.
I'm signing tomorrow, who she'll be my 5th recruit. And I just have to get the rest of the sales for the month. She was just a friend I requested through a friend. I didn't know her, asked her about a party. She said, sure. And then I asked her about the business before it even turned into $19.95. And she was like, oh yeah. So
That's awesome. I love it.
So that's all I wanted to say. Now I'm going to figure
Great
out how to.
advice. Thank you
again.
for sharing. That's such a good thing to think about, because I always tell people, I'm like, do you think that they're saying no because they don't know I'm not going to do it because I don't like you, Kelly? Like, when we say it out loud, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what anyone thinks. So when we think about it, it's just like Stephanie just said, it just might not be the right time in their life for them, and stuff. So that is great advice, Audrey. Thank you for sharing.
And one of the things that when people say, no, I don't have enough time, or I just won't be good at selling, the famous line that you can always use with them is, tell me more about that.
Yes.
Right, Kelly?
Yes. That's our new favorite line, you guys. Tell me more about that. You'll hear us ask you guys that. Tell me more about that.
Yes,
It's the
because
best line ever, because it gives you more information and insight into what they're thinking. It's so great, you guys, seriously.
yeah, because people are how rare is it that you just get would you like to sign up, or are you interested in Pamper Chef? Yeah, sure, sign me up. Those are pretty few and far between. Most of the time, there's going to be some kind of objection that we need to just kind of weed through and understand. And a lot of times that objection comes from a place of fear. People are just scared of failing. And so we need to give them the reassurance that, It's not as much time as you think. You're going to be fully supported, you know, and we have to find the root of their fears so that we can help them overcome it. So,
Hey, we want to hear from you guys. Does anybody else have any tips or tricks they want to share while we wrap up? I know it's 6:28. We've got a couple more minutes. Yes.
So I think it was you that shared last time in the 6 Weeks to Success, Kelly, was saying that there is a recruit in every party, but is there a recruiter? And I
Yes.
seriously like hearing that. I recruited 5 people in the last month.
Yay!
And that has been a total like mind shift for me.
Oh, I'm so
So
happy.
now we're just working on getting them all qualified, and
Yes, you can do it this month. That's awesome, Nikki. We're so happy for you. That's so exciting.
I'm so excited. So,
Yay.
but yeah, that has been huge in my mindset. Every part of
Awesome.
it. Yeah. So I just had to share that for those that haven't heard it, probably will, but
It's a good thing to think about, especially when we're doing all these shows this month, right? That's great. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else want to share real quick before we end the call?
Cool. All right, I just have one thought to end on, and you guys are going to love this because it's perfect with what we've been saying. It's the difference between fantasizers and dream builders. And of course, we know we're all dream builders. So here it is. Fantasizers rely on luck. Dream builders rely on discipline. Fantasizers focus on the destination. Dream builders focus on the journey. Fantasizers wait. Dream builders initiate. Fantasizers avoid personal risk, and dream builders embrace risk as necessary. And so I loved the whole talk about just ask. Don't worry about if it's for you. If it's not about you. And I always tell my kids, all no means is nothing's changed. They weren't going to sign up. You ask them, they say no, they're still not going to sign up. All no means is nothing's changed. But a lot of times, think about all the changes that can happen. All right, and then here's the last little sentence to that, fantasizer versus dream builder. To achieve your dream, you must plan. A strategy is as important a part of the dream as the dream itself. Most people would agree that planning is important. However, they still neglect to do it. They forget to make it part of the process. We're so busy stargazing that we neglect to strategize. And the good news I have for you is you're here, and this is a strategy, and we're going to give you every piece of the strategy that you need to achieve your dream. So thanks for joining us, and we're off and running. I love this group.
Hey,
Okay,
Pauline.
see you all. Yes.
Pauline, someone just asked real quick if you could share that quote in our sale group. Okay.
Yep,
Thanks.
I'll do it.
Okay, bye, guys.
All right, bye.
good night. #live.